The cake still smelled of sugar when my son spat the words, "Happy birthday, loser." The room erupted in laughter. My wife, my daughter, even him. My family, or what I thought was my family. In front of everyone, they slid divorce papers across the table, the ink still wet. Eviction notices followed like confetti. "We're selling the house, the company. You get nothing." Their faces weren't cruel. They were smug. They thought it was a performance, a final humiliation staged on the day I was supposed to celebrate. I looked at the pen in my hand. My fingers didn't tremble. I signed. One stroke, then another. Calm. Cold. A dead man writing his own obituary. "Fine," I said. I closed the folder, rose from the table, and left. I didn't fight. I didn't beg. I packed my life into 2 suitcases, slid the rest into silence, and vanished. But silence has teeth. A week later, I woke to 737 missed calls. There was a time her laugh was my anchor. I first saw her in a crowded lecture hall, sunlight tangled in her hair. She wasn't beautiful in the way magazines sell it. She was real, sharp, untouchable, and I wanted her. We built everything together, the house, the company, the children. Nights spent hunched over blueprints, mornings holding coffee like treasure. Every win was ours, every loss we shared. Or so I believed. Trust isn't shattered in one strike. It's eroded. A smile too sharp, a phone face down, conversations that died when I walked into the room. I told myself stories, excuses, like a fool refusing to see the knife until it was pressed to my throat. The final clue came simple. An email meant for her lover, not her husband. No words of passion, just business. My business, my partners, my contracts. She wasn't leaving me, she was dismantling me, piece by piece, with my children as her accomplices. Most men break when they discover betrayal. I didn't. I bent. Quietly, deliberately. Emotion clouds judgment. Rage leaves fingerprints. I wanted neither. I wanted precision. So while they laughed, I listened. While they stole, I documented. Every transfer, every hidden account, every careless message. I learned the art of silence, the strength of patience. They thought I walked away empty. They were wrong. I walked away with knowledge, and knowledge is a weapon sharper than any blade. Step 1. Disappear. They needed me to fight, to scream, to resist. That would give them leverage. My absence unnerved them. Silence grows louder than noise. Step 2. Control. Before they realized, I had already rerouted ownership of assets. Quiet moves, made months earlier when suspicion first touched me. The house was in her name, yes, but the patents, the shell companies, the accounts in Switzerland? Mine. Locked behind codes they didn't even know existed. Step 3. Leverage. Betrayal thrives in shadows. I dragged it into light. I handed my lawyers files so detailed they didn't need to investigate, just execute. Fraud, embezzlement, tax evasion. Every signature tied back to her. Every deal back to them. Step 4. Timing. Revenge without timing is just anger. I waited until they were drunk on victory, announcing the sale of my company, boasting of their freedom from me. That's when the calls began. The first was from her, then the children, then lawyers, bankers, partners. They discovered, one after another, that the company wasn't theirs to sell, that the money they thought they held had already been pulled like a rug from under them, that the authorities had questions, and none of the answers favored them. I didn't pick up. Not the first call, not the 100th, not the 700th. I pictured their faces when the locks changed, when the accounts froze, when they realized the empire they thought they stole was dust. My son's smirk cracking into panic, my wife's voice splintering into fear, my daughter's silence louder than any scream. One by one, their laughter collapsed into desperation. When I finally returned, it wasn't to the house. That shell was theirs now, or what was left of it. I met them in the sterile light of a courtroom. She looked smaller, my son thinner. My daughter avoided my eyes. They spoke of betrayal, of injustice. They painted me as the villain. I said nothing. I didn't need to. The evidence spoke for me. Bank records, signed documents, video footage. Years of betrayal condensed into undeniable proof. The judge's gavel hit like thunder. Assets seized, custody reversed, sentences pending. Her eyes met mine for a second, searching for something. Mercy, regret, love. I gave her nothing. Just the same calm I wore when I signed those papers. Now the house is quiet. No laughter, no shouting. Just me and the silence I earned. Some call it loneliness. I call it peace. They thought they buried me that night, on my birthday. But I wasn't a grave. I was a seed. And seeds don't die. So when I look at those 737 missed calls, I don't feel sadness. I feel justice. Happy birthday to me.